Sunday morning on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. David Grossman with you, and a very happy holidays to you. Well, basketball is a sport that's very big in the city, and I don't just mean the professional team. Many high school players, they graduate to colleges and to universities. Some of them end up coaching. Some pursue interests in the United States and Canada and even semi-pro leagues. Some are very fortunate and end up playing with the big boys. Now, I can remember when our next guest was this teenager at Crawford Adventist Academy, a small private school in Toronto, and he put down 56 points in a basketball game. That was pretty big in those days. A former Ontario College All-Star in his day at Humber College as well. I'm talking about Mark Perrin, who's now at Trinity Western University in Langley, British Columbia. He's doing well not only in the classroom, but also on the basketball court. And we've caught up with him because he's joining us now from the West Coast. Just thrilled to have him with us. Mark, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, David. I am well. And how are you doing?
Very good, thank you. Getting a little older, but very good. And a season's greetings to you and your family.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You played at the high school level. Then you went on to the college level, and now you're playing at university. I'm kind of wondering, which one are you enjoying the most?
I'm definitely enjoying university the most because it's the final step in progressing to playing pro.
Now, weren't you one of these kids who, when you were back in your high school days, dreaming about Mark Perrin making it to the NBA, and a lot of people laughing and saying, never happened?
Exactly. I couldn't have said it any better. I was just one of those high school kids that simply went under the radar because of the school that I went to, and it was tough. But the adversity is what you need sometimes to accomplish your goals.
There were some people, Mark, who believe that you never really received a fair shake coming out of high school. No one recruited you. And now that you've had a chance to think about all this, to have performed as well as you have, was there a reason that you appeared to be overlooked, maybe?
I really believe that everything happens for a reason. And the way everything is playing out right now with my age and my years of eligibility, I think it happened perfectly. Because the position that I'm in now in Canada, at the school that I attend, I wouldn't want to have it any other way, just because of all the things that I went through, and it's made me this hungry thus far.
Trinity Western coach Scott Allen liked what he saw of you in a uniform.
He did.
They refer to you as being electrifying with the basketball. And here you are now, the top scorer at Trinity Western University on a team that's doing so-so, shall we say, average. Did you feel that you had to prove anything to him or to any of your teammates as to who the real Mark Perrin was when he had a basketball in his hand?
I did. I definitely did. I thought that I had to prove to him as a coach that his investment of time and money isn't going in vain, right? He has a player here that wants to work hard, has a chip on his shoulder, and wants to excel in the sport of basketball.
There was a young man who just the other day ended up scoring something like 138 points. I may be off by one or two.
Yeah.
In a college basketball game in the NCAA, 138 points. Now, I'm going to ask you, what is your reaction to that, not just as a player, a basketball player, but scoring so many points when you kind of scratch your head and wonder, is there anybody else on the team?
That is definitely incredible. In all of my years of playing basketball, I've never seen anything like that. And one thing I can say is that he must have great cardio.
Yeah, and I wonder what the other team was like as well that he played against. You're a former Ontario College's All-Star combo guard. You played at Humber College. You were nominated for the Harry Jerome Sports Award. I think it was 4 years ago, maybe 5?
2008.
Okay,
yeah.
4 years ago. The university game, do you find it much tougher now that you've left Humber College?
I do. I definitely do. Players are taller, stronger, smarter, and they have a way of knowing exactly what you want to do before you do it. So you always have to have a counter move ready to use because schools are very good at scouting other players, other systems.
You're quoted, Mark, in a publication I think it's a newspaper, saying, and these are your words, supposedly, the weakest point of my game is being able to ball handle at a high level and see the court. You remember saying that?
Yes, I do.
Do you still believe that's true?
No. It's one of the things that I've really worked on. I wouldn't say that it's my weakest point anymore. It's definitely a point of improvement. Still, you can always improve, but it's definitely not my weakest point because I realized that then, and I've worked on it ever since then.
You're a gifted athlete, and some people say you have this elite athleticism, and you're on a Trinity Western team that went 10-8 last year, but did much better 2 years ago. What's the team looking like now? And do you think it's a team that could challenge for a postseason playoff spot?
Most definitely. We're a new team, fairly new. 4 out of the 5 starters are new guys to Trinity, and it's just the chemistry that we need to build, which is why it's a long season, and we're actually building that right now. We fought a few tough battles, and I definitely think that in the postseason we'll definitely be a contending playoff team for the Canada West Finals.
Mark, we appreciate your time.
David, I appreciate you calling me. Love to catch up always.
Well, maybe you'll buy me lunch before the holidays come along, right?
No problem.
Continued success in the classroom, also on the basketball court. Mark Perrin from Toronto, went to high school, Crawford Adventist Academy. He was at Humber College. Things didn't go well for him, and now he's doing extremely well at Trinity Western University in Langley, British Columbia.